forewarn weather with exclusive cutting-edge technology to help keep you and your family safe.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. Well, we are enjoying a nice, beautiful day, and it's kind of like, well, storms or rain in the overnight hours has its pros and cons. You can enjoy the nice weather,
That's right.
When you're sleeping, it's not a good thing if you need to get up and get out of bed.
And Lord knows, last night, a lot of folks were probably awakened from the thunder and everything that was ripping through. But we want to make sure that you are weather ready tonight, as there is that chance for another strong to severe storm to roll through. Now, the timing of this will be just a smidge earlier than last night. We really saw a lot of that firing off just after midnight through about 2 a.m. And this is going to start to rain probably about 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. or so. And then after 9 or 10, you'll get some of those heavier downpours. But we don't anticipate this to be quite as widespread of a severe event like we had last night. And I'll explain in a moment here. Let's take a live look outside. Metro Airport, beautiful sunshine at this hour, not a cloud in the sky. And so it is a really nice summer-like day as temperatures are sitting well into the 70s. We have 77 over at Metro, 75 in Pontiac, 72 in Grosse Ile, and 77 in Port Huron. And a light variable wind, but a little bit more so out of the south. And so as we map out the rest of the afternoon, rising into the low to mid 80s, still holding on to 70s through about 9 o'clock, and then we'll see those temperatures falling into the 60s. But it'll be after 8 o'clock that we have the chance for some of those storms to arrive. So it's going to be pretty late, and unless you're going to bed early, some of that might occur before you go to bed. But there are other areas that could see this as late as 1 a.m. And so that's why we want to make sure you're prepared. So marginal risk for severe weather for tonight. That's 1 on a 5-level scale. What's down to our south of Indy into St. Louis and Nashville, just like this morning when I was showing you, level 4 on a 5-level scale. So the worst of it's going to be well south of here. Yesterday we were in the yellow and the orange indicating a level 2, 3, so it's not quite as severe as what we had on tap last night. But nonetheless, we still could see some damaging wind gusts and hail with the storms that roll through later on this evening into tonight. So the timeline, 8 o'clock, between 8 and 9, you might start to see some rain creeping in from the south. 10, 11, we have some scattered thunderstorms. And by the time we get to about 1 a.m., that's when we're seeing the severe threat wane, but we'll still have some rain in the pre-dawn hours. And so an hour-by-hour look illustrating this for you, between 8 and 9, here's that rain coming in out of Lansing, pushing across the state line. And by 9 o'clock, still dealing with some of the rain. But we'll have a few of these embedded thunderstorms through about 1 a.m., and then we'll have a secondary line of some showers before daybreak. A lot of that pushes out, will remain rather dry the rest of the day, but it'll be partly sunny, breezy, and much cooler. Tomorrow's wind gusts around 30 miles per hour, so that'll make the 60s likely feel like 50s throughout the day. Then let's talk about Sunday. Flower Day at Eastern Market. We'll have temperatures in the upper 60s for afternoon highs, but that starts at 6 a.m. And so as people are lining up in the morning, we'll be in the 50s, partly cloudy, but at least it's going to be a dry day to go out to Eastern Market and get your flowers. Now, cooler temperatures are not just in store this weekend, all the way through the end of the month with that temperature outlook. You'll see that in the 7-day, but I do want to show you the temperature outlook for summer, June through August, and it's going to be trending above average across the continental U.S. And we're looking at pretty much average precipitation chances throughout the summer season. And so for here, we're going to be in the 60s through the weekend into next week. We will dry out Sunday and Monday with a chance for some rain as we head in the middle of next week.